Hi, it's Callum here from 43 Degrees. This is the first of 4 videos, just getting you started with FeedMe. Just a quick note, if you're using Google Reader, if you want to sync to Google Reader, then you want to skip this video. This is just basically setting up your feeds and your groups in FeedMe. If you use Google Reader, that works a bit differently. You can check that out in the second video. Okay, so I've just done a fresh install of FeedMe, so basically nothing on the phone, nothing set up, just the standard installation. First up, you get the upgrade screen for a new version or for a new installation. You can see a link to the website there, a link to the YouTube channel with all our videos like this one. So just go back to get out of there, and this is the standard setup in FeedMe. So I've got a few groups to get started, just to give you an idea of how things work basically. Got a couple of options here. We'll start off by looking at adding a new group or a new feed. There's a plus button down the bottom here, so tap on that and you've got either add feed or add group. If I tap on a group, then got a title in there, I can add my test group, and then a little plus button down here to add some feeds. Okay, so the feeds, we can either just enter the URL, just type it in, or paste it in from the clipboard. Got a feed search, got YouTube feeds, and here add an existing feed. I'll start with the bottom one down here. Basically you can add feeds that are already in the app. You can see all of these feeds are in a different group in the app somewhere. You can see down here there's actually 3 WP Central feeds. 3 different feeds. There's one in the Windows Phone group, that's the normal news feed from WP Central. There's one in the podcast group, which is the podcast feed, and there's also one in the YouTube group, which is a YouTube channel from WP Central. So that's why they've all got the same title, but they are actually different feeds. You can look through here. I could add BBC feed, for example. Could add a few others. You can see there that you can have one feed in multiple groups. So if you want to just group your feeds a bit differently and have one feed and multiple groups, that's fine. You can do that using that option there. If we look at the enter URL manually, just basically got the URL to enter up there, title. If you enter the URL and hit the enter key, then the title will get filled out if the feed actually has a title in the web. There's a view mode here. I've got a few options there. Default view mode is just normal. The content of the feed is pulled down into the app. You get to see that. Mobile content will show mobile content. Will pull the mobile content using Instapaper Mobilizer from the web, so from the link in the article. So some feeds just have a link, some have a tiny little bit of text. The BBC ones are like that. They've got a little excerpt from the article, and if you set to that, then it would pull down all of the content from the actual linked article when you update the feed. Open link and open in Internet Explorer, basically just either open the link in the internal browser or in Internet Explorer instead of going into the viewing page in FeedMe itself. Okay, and there's a comic strip view down there. We'll have a look at all of these settings, including the comic strip view, in the third video. So just wanted to show you the list quickly, brief explanation. Like I said, in the third video we'll go through and show you how that actually works in the app itself. Okay. Update on startup. So when I start FeedMe, if I select that, then the feed that I set up here will get updated straight away, and there's also an option here to add a username and password for secure feeds. So we've got secure feed support there. I won't add anything here. I'll go back out and I'll search for one. You'll see we'll end up at that same page anyway. The search is powered by Google. It isn't very good, to be honest. It's alright with some terms, with others leaves a little bit to be desired. I've been looking for a new search provider for a while. Got a couple of options. I think I should be able to update the search in the next few versions, so one of the next few versions, so that it works a little bit better. Like I said, certain stuff works alright. Stuff, for instance, if I enter that in there, the first result that I get is exactly what I'm looking for, bit of news from back home. So if I tap on that, URL's in there, title's in there. I'm going to edit that title because it is just way too long. That's all I need, and then the view mode I'll leave as it is, and everything else as well. I won't update that on startup. Now when I press save, when I actually hit the button, the feed will get updated. So if we go back out, got a new group with title test. If we go back out here, you can see that there's 20 new articles. That's the stuff.co.nz feed that's just been updated. The BBC feed hasn't been updated, neither of any of the others, because I haven't refreshed them yet. If I refresh news, for example, just long press and refresh, then you can see that test is also updating, because the BBC feed, the BBC World feed, is in both of those groups. Okay, so you can see there, as well as refresh, you've got mark all red. You can tap on that and it'll mark all of them as red. Now just the stuff ones are unread. You've also got edit and delete. Delete will delete the group completely and any feeds that are only in this group. So if I deleted that, the BBC World feed wouldn't be deleted because it's in my test group that I just added then. If I hit edit, you can see title can be changed, the feeds are in there. I can add feeds down there, I get exactly the same dialogue as before. Can also long press one of the feeds to either remove or delete. Now if I remove it, it will end up, if it is in no other groups, it will end up in the top level. So if I go back in here, another way to edit, tap on the group and go through the app bar to edit that. If I add that CNN feed back in, there we go. Go back out and remove the BBC World feed instead. You'll see that one won't turn up down here because it's in the test group. So just if I'm removing a feed from a group, it will either end up on the top level if it's in no other groups, but if it's in another group, then we'll just get chucked out of this one basically. So I'll put that one back in there. Where is it? BBC News. There we go. You've also got delete there. That is what it says. Deletes it completely from the app. Nice little confirmation message, just in case you hit the wrong button. It's probably one of the only places that you have to confirm is when you're deleting stuff here. Another option that you've got here is just to tap the feed itself and you go straight to the settings, so you can change the view mode or update on startup or whatever you want in there. Or change the password if you've got a secure feed and the password gets changed for that. Okay, so that's adding a new group, editing a group. Go back out here. If I tap on add feed, it's exactly the same, just hasn't got the add existing feed because there's no point. So you've got the same options as before. One that we didn't look at was add a YouTube feed. Now you've got the standard feeds here, most popular, most recent, most viewed and so on. There's a video search as well, and there's also user uploads. So if I go on that, I could just type in a username. Oh, that's not going to work. There we go. And we've got the uploads by 43 degrees, so I'll just save that there. No other options for YouTube feed, and you can see that's been added to the top level there. A few older videos in there, we'll get this one and then there'll be a few more. Okay, so that is setting up your feeds in your groups, pretty basic. Next video we'll be going through Google Sync, how to set that up, which is also pretty easy to set up once you find it. and then we'll go through one with the actual article view, the settings that you've got in there, the options you've got there, and the last video will go through all of these settings in here. So got a few things that we can change in there. One thing I'll say before we finish up, here in the main menu on the main page there's a button contact, email, user voice, Twitter, Facebook, however you want. Please get in touch if you've got any ideas, any feature requests, any problems. Pretty quick to respond, so just send us off an email, get in touch on user voice or Twitter, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So thanks very much. See ya.